Brian Sobel. Brian, thank you so much for joining us here on this Saturday night. We're just days away from the primary.
Yes.
Voter turnout still really low, and that's to be expected. I mean, do you think we're going to see a surge on Tuesday?
We'll see some surge, Christina, but the lead race here is the gubernatorial race, the race for governor. We're looking at this very closely and knowing that a whole lot of people are still undecided, and also we're not excited exactly by the field. And I think for that reason, there's a whole lot of people deciding, I don't know which way we're going to go on this, or even if I'm going to vote.
Yeah, I know. I mean, considering the fact that we have so many people running for governor and the fact we don't have an incumbent here, I mean, how did that alter the mechanics of this race?
No question. We know from polling, and I've been looking at the numbers here over the last couple of days, well, all the way through, but recently, you know, we've got Xavier Becerra, who's probably leading the entire race, if you believe the polling, followed by Steve Hilton, the Republican. You know, Tom Steyer a little bit behind. It's going to be kind of exciting on Tuesday to see whether two Democrats emerge or whether it's going to be one Dem and one Republican. I've said since the beginning I think it'll be one Dem, one Republican. I think it'll be Xavier Becerra and Steve Hilton, but we'll see.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. I mean, we've been talking about it every single time leading up to this in terms of how likely is it that the Democrats would split the vote and then ensure a Republican win, but you still don't think that is even a possibility?
Well, I think it's a possibility, but I just think that given the number of Republicans in the state who are and will vote for Hilton, that will give him an odds-on chance of emerging as one of the top two candidates. There's an outside chance, Christina, that you have Becerra who finishes first and maybe Steyer who finishes second, but maybe not. I think it's Becerra and Hilton. And you think about this, you know, Tom Steyer has spent now north of $150 million, mostly of his own money. We've seen his face everywhere, all day long, all night long. But for whatever reason, he isn't tracking as well as Xavier Becerra, who has a large number of favorable votes versus unfavorable votes. A lot of people may not like Becerra one way or the other, but they don't view him as unfavorable. And that's big in polling. And then, of course, Republicans are going to break for Steve Hilton. So on Tuesday, we will see where this all ends up. But I think it's going to be Becerra and Hilton.
Can you pinpoint a point where Becerra just kind of took the reins and kind of went out in front of the pack? Because, you know, we look at someone like Matt Mahan, and it kind of seems like his campaign just fizzled out for whatever reason.
Fizzled. Totally. I think Matt Mahan represented more of the middle-of-the-road Democrat, good record in San Jose, but his campaign never really took off. And I think Becerra benefited greatly from Eric Swalwell leaving the race when he did. Most of the people that supported Eric Swalwell moved over to Becerra. We know that. The numbers are there. So Becerra is the big winner from Swalwell leaving. But that wasn't going to shake the Republicans who were going to vote for Steve Hilton. What Hilton's problem was for a while was that Bianco, the sheriff of Riverside, Chad Bianco, was kind of giving Steve Hilton a little bit of a race. But he faded too. You know, this is what happens in political campaigns. It's a world of momentum.
Right.
And I think that is, Bianco faded a bit. Hilton benefited from that. And on the Democrat side, Becerra greatly benefited from Swalwell leaving the race.
Okay, that's right. I almost completely forgot about that, you know, major turn in the page for this race for governor for the Democrats. In terms of whoever does move forward on Tuesday, how soon will they have to pivot their campaign and messaging come Wednesday morning when we have the final two determined?
Immediately. You'll see within a day everything changes. Hilton will go after Becerra. Becerra will go after Hilton if it ends up the way I think it will. But bear in mind, and in California, with Democrats having the majority of the registered voters, I think Hilton has a very, very uphill battle to try to knock off Becerra. So Becerra, if he emerges on Tuesday, which I think he will move in front of Hilton pretty quickly. he may be the next governor of California.
Okay, well, of course, wait and see, and hopefully more people will make it out to the polls on Tuesday.
I hope so.
We hope so.
You know, you hate seeing not a great turnout. I mean, this is a big state. It's important. People, please, please get out there and vote.
Thank you, Brian. We'll have to leave the conversation there.
Yep.
We'll, of course, be talking with you on Tuesday, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Have a good night. So, here, gun safety advocates rallying